Hi, this is Mark Anderson. I'm going to be your instructor for the MAFT 1222 Quality and Measurement course. I've already done a video for the other course, the MAFT 1112. These courses are pretty similar. They use the same basic principles and concepts, and they use the MSSC online modules, but obviously the content itself is going to be much different. This is going to talk about how to implement quality into the process, and then precision measurement, so the different devices used for measuring. It's both courses are pretty much, they're pretty easy. There's some work involved in it, but typically what I like to do is start off by a welcome before every class, but we're not in class. This is online, so I did this video. If you want to know about my biography, you can, because I don't want to waste your time. So you can always go to the other the 1112 course, the safety course. Go on that Canvas page, and you'll see that video, and that's where I have my bio. Okay, it's the same students are in both courses, so you can see my bio there. What I like to do is kind of describe what's going on with this class and the course syllabus, where to access that, Canvas, and go over basically what we're going to be doing. Again, if you're already done the MAFT 1112 video and you've looked at your syllabus, it's going to be the same thing basically. Just hang on, because there's going to be a little bit of a difference, not too much though. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on Canvas, and then you're going to go to your Canvas page, which is Quality and Measurement 2020 Summer. You click on that. Now on the welcome page, again, just like your other class, I do have the course syllabus, and it says MAFT 1222 Summer 2020 Quality and Measurement MSSC syllabus. Click on that. It'll pop up on the bottom left of your screen. Click on the arrow going up, hit open, and then it's a Word document. Okay, so now we're in good shape. So this is MAFT 1222. It's for summer 2020. It's an 8-week course. It's 2 credit hours, and there's no lab component. So it's not like welding or machine tool that you have to go into the lab. This is strictly going to be online. You can read the catalog description. I forgot to tell you this in the other video. If you go to, I do have my own KCC Manufacturing Technology Facebook page. You can just search that on Facebook, or on the course syllabus, I did write the link to the Facebook page, which is pretty interesting. A lot of people actually are on that. I'm your instructor, Mark E. Anderson. I have no phone number because I'm not in the office. So what the best thing to do to get a hold of me is use the KCC email address, manderson@kcc.edu. My office is on the 3rd floor of the main building, L340. Until I hear something different, I'm not going to be there, at least until fall, as far as I know. I haven't heard anything different. So this is my office. This is my bedroom. I went over that in the other video, but this is my office until basically fall, right? So the best way to get a hold of me is email, all right? I have not just an email on my computer or on my iPad, I also have it on my phone. So please, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please email me, okay? If you know that you're going to be in the hospital, or you are in the hospital, or if you're going on vacation, let me know, okay? Email me. We will not have any meetings, let's say, for office hours. Like typically in a college setting, you can go up to your instructor's office and talk to that person and discuss any issues. We can't do that because I'm at home, you're at home. So, I mean, if you want to get together and you need to talk to me and you want to do a video chat, we can do that. We can go on Zoom or GoToMeeting or something like that, and we can figure that out, okay? Attendance and hours. Okay, so technically this class in the real life setting We meet every Tuesday and Thursday, and typically it's either in the morning one semester or in the evening the other semester. So I'm not going to have any hours technically, but the class is going to virtually meet every Tuesday and Thursday. Okay, just like I discussed in the other video. There's not going to be in class, or you have to just everything that's on the course calendar is due on Tuesday or a Thursday, which I'm going to go over with because it's pretty important. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are our days in this class, okay, just for submitting stuff, and that'll count as your attendance. If you don't submit something, it's gonna hurt you. So hours of attendance, we're going to be here from today 6 to all the way to 7/23, July 23rd. This is virtual meetings and attendance. Next is the book. Make sure you have the book. It's the High Performance Manufacturing book. If you don't have that, you need to get it, and you need to get it quickly from KCC bookstore, or you can go online and try to get it that way, but definitely have to go and get it. You need it, okay? So you have assignments already. The goals and objectives of this class. So this is the quality class. Explain the key elements of a quality system. We will do that right off the bat, okay? Identify the steps involved in building quality into a product. Explain the importance of data collection and analysis to quality. Data. You're going to hear me say that because I'm going to chime in once in a while in a video during class, and you're going to hear data. Data is everything, all right? It's key. Identify the roles of management and production workers regarding quality. Identify methods of inspecting materials, processes, and final products. Identify basic measurement and manufacturing. Read basic drawings for manufacturing. The first 3 sections of your class is going to be basic drawings, okay? So if you've had drawing or CAD or something like that in high school, you're going to be in good shape, better shape. It's actually pretty easy. It's basic fundamental stuff, but it's the first 3 chapters of our homework, basically. And then describe geometric dimensioning and tolerancing, which is all part of both the textbook and your online stuff. All right, so the grading for the course will be based on 10 sequences. So there's 10 online assignments, okay? They're going to be a quiz at the end. So we start off with, just like it's like any of these courses, the MSSC courses, you have to start off with a pre-quiz. So you take the pre-quiz. As soon as you're done with that, your launch button actually turns orange or bright yellow or whatever it is. And then you're able to launch your homework. And when you're done with the homework, then you can go to your quiz for that particular section. So there's actually 10 session quizzes, okay? They're going to be 2 quizzes based on the MSSC modules and textbook information. So those are actually take-home. They're supposed to be in class, and they're hard paper, hard copies that we do in class, multiple guess, and then once you're done with the quizzes, you can go home. Well, we're online, so guess what? You could take them at home. Yay, right? So you can take online quizzes. So it's basically a midterm. You get a take-home midterm. How about that? You can tell all your friends that. And then there's one towards the end of the semester, which I guess you can call a final exam, but they're both going to be take-home. So I'm going to email you those tests several days before they're actually due. So I'll give you a couple days to do it. And then I do have due dates for those. All right, and that's firm. You miss that, you get a 0. Okay? So there's participation and attendance. There's 16 sessions because there's Tuesday and Thursday for 8 weeks. So that's 16. That's 10 points apiece. And that's 160 points. You got textbook quizzes. 2 of them I just talked about, the take-home ones. Those are 800 points because there's 400 points apiece. The session quizzes, you have 10 of them. So that's the online MSSC modules. They're worth 50 points, so that's 500. And then the final exam. So this one is a little bit more challenging, the certification test. So the certification test is 74.5% to pass. 74.5% to pass. All right, and then I take that percentage you get on that, multiply it by 800 points, and that's what your grade is for your final exam. Okay, so there's a lot of weight based on that certification test. Now, that equals 2,260 points. I'm not going to talk too much about the MSSC because that's going to be on the next video. I'm going to have this video posted to Canvas, and then I'm going to make another one just for the MSSC so you know what you're doing with that. And I'll explain more in detail about the MSSC online stuff on that video. Okay, so I'm not blowing that off, it's going to be in another video. 90, 80, 70, 60 is your grading for A, B, C, D. Attendance policy, so basically I'm just going to look at it as you're turning in your homework and you're communicating with me. If I don't hear from you for a couple of weeks and you don't turn anything in for a couple of weeks, I'm going to reach out to you via email, and if I don't hear from you, we're going to have a problem. I can withdraw you from the class. It's in the course syllabus. Of course, if something were to happen and I get an email from you, we'll work it out. I get it. I'm an adult too, so I mean, we all understand issues that happen. So basically, the thing is, just email me so I can work with you. Okay. The late assignment policy, what that is saying is on the online quizzes that you're going to have in the MSSC, you are able to retake those quizzes. Yeah, I said that. So the MSSC actually allows you to retake the online quizzes as many times as you want. Wow. So what other class allows you to retake your quizzes as many times as you want? Mine. So the thing is, you remember I told you what the minimum score for this certification was 74.5%. It only makes sense that you would retake the quiz if you keep on getting 70s or 72s or 68. How are you going to do on your final exam if the entire 8 weeks you were getting nothing higher than a 72%? What are your chances of actually achieving 74.5% or better? Because if you don't, you fail. I mean, they're done. That's it. You don't get that certification. You can retake it, but it takes you a while to retake it. And it's on your own, and it costs you money. So, and we'll talk about that in another video. So, my thing is, you can take that thing as many times as you want. That quiz, and I would recommend doing it if you get less than 80%, right? 80% or better, that's pretty good. If you get 80% or less, I would recommend retaking that quiz. Do your homework, launch that sequence homework and redo it again, but then retake the quiz and do that for all of them, for 10 of them, okay? So make sure you're getting above an 80% on all your quizzes. All right, so let's go over the course calendar and we'll be done. So you'll see on the course calendar on the syllabus, and this is hooked up to your assignment. So if you go on Canvas, this is basically the same. Week 1, so that's what we're doing today, 6/2, so June 2nd. We're doing introductions, online module setup. We're kind of doing that through email and all that, going over the syllabus. What's due? So the next thing that's due is on Thursday. That's the next block, if you will, to the right-hand side. You're supposed to read chapter 16.1. Do not skim over chapter 16.1. Pages 346 to 355. Pay attention to those. That chapter 16 basically is the nuts and bolts of this class. If you get chapter 16, you're going to do well in this class. If you don't do well in chapter 16, reread it, redo it, whatever you need to do, but redo it, okay? You have to start your pre-quiz. So on everything in the MSSC, the online modules, which you'll see in the other video, when you log in, you go to the quality practices module, click on that, and then it's going to have a pre-quiz. So in every homework assignment, you have to do a pre-quiz. The pre-quizzes are not going to count against you, all right? So there's no grade on the pre-quiz. There's maybe anywhere from 10 to 20 questions, and they're not going to count as a grade. Nothing, all right? You just just do it because you have to. Yet once you're done with the pre-quiz, then it launches your homework. So once you launch your homework, it'll go. You have to do the different segments. All right. So on Thursday, just to keep track, you have to do segments 1 and 2. But if you look down, due for Tuesday 6.9, sequence 1 quiz is due. So you have to open up, do the pre-quiz, launch your homework, and at the end on the right hand side, click on the quiz. You have to take the quiz for that sequence. So sequence number 1, you have to take that quiz, and you have to do that by Tuesday. Now I said it in the other video, and I'll say in this one. What I'm looking at is assignments that are due on Tuesday. We're going to look at assignments every Tuesday. I put Thursday up there as a way just to keep track of where you should be so you're not falling behind. But so I'm looking at every Tuesday. So this Tuesday, I want sequence 1 and chapter 16.1 read. Okay? That's what I want for Tuesday. Now, Thursday, just kind of a placeholder, do you know where you're going? You should have starting to read chapter 16 and then start your quiz and start doing your homework, okay? Especially your first week. I'm really not going to push it too much because I want you to get acclimated to everything. And, you know, the first time you do anything, it's going to be slow and you're going to make sure you do it right and you're not familiar. Honestly, the homework probably won't take you more than, it'll probably take you an hour the first time you do it, but after a while, it'll probably take you a half hour once you know the ins and outs of it, which will be on the other video. All right, so you can scroll down a little bit further. You'll have some instructor notes. Don't worry about that. That's for me. And you go down to Thursday, June 25th, 2020. And that's your first textbook e-module quiz. That's your midterm, if you will. That's the one you're supposed to be taking in class. Well, that's your email one. So I'm going to email it to you probably that Tuesday or maybe before that. You can see there it says instructor note, email quiz number 1 on Tuesday, 6/23. So you're going to have from 6/23 to 6/25 to do that at home midterm, and you have to email it back to me by 11:59 p.m. that Thursday. You can email it back to me before that, but that's just the deadline, okay? Go further on, go further on, go further on. And you have a second one. That's actually due on Tuesday, 7/21. There's 2 ways you can do that. You can email it to me, which I'll probably give to you the week before. You know, I'm going to email the test to you on the Thursday, on the July 16th, but I want you to email it to me by Tuesday, so you have the whole weekend to do it, or you can bring it with you to your certification exam. So we're going to try to get your certification exam. It has to be a proctored person, so a proctored exam. So we have a MSSC certified proctor at the KCC testing center. There are certified proctors there, and we're going to try to get you in on campus for that proctoring on July 21st, which is the Tuesday. That's the only time really you're going to be going into campus for any of these courses, for my courses, okay? But that has to be proctored. So you can bring that with you, or you can email it to me, right? And then you take your big test. We don't know where or how that's going to happen. I am working with the people that are at the testing center now, trying to figure out how we're going to manage you guys. We will have an answer shortly. It's not just you guys either. There's other people have to take tests in there. So we're trying to figure that out with COVID and access into buildings, that type of thing. All right, so that's your course calendar. That's pretty simple. It's also online on Canvas. It actually tells you how to do that. The next is your student email policy. I am a stickler about that for good reason. I really don't want an email from you from your Google or Yahoo email. It's got to be through your student email, and I want the KCC student email. And I need that because basically this is an online class. So that means that any correspondence that we have about a KCC class should be through your KCC email, right? And that's just to protect you, protect me. It's very secure. There's going to be some legal FERPA issues about grades and privacy issues, so let's just use our student email address, okay? And then the very last thing that we're going to talk about is your syllabus disclaimer. And what that says is if we need to change something in this class, we're able to do that. Okay? So that just says course syllabus calendar is subject to change. Well, in everything that's going on, we're taking a class that's typically taught in a classroom to an online. Things might change. COVID stuff might change. Testing center stuff might change. So what we're going to say is we can change the syllabus. All right. Without that, we couldn't change anything. We're stuck doing it. And so that's basically it. So again, just I'm gonna by the end of the day, you should have this video on Canvas, or else I'm gonna see if I can email it to you. I'm also gonna have the video up about the MSSC and how to access that and how you manipulate that, and that video will be up shortly as well. Again, if you have any questions, just email me. It's the best way to get a hold of me. Like I said, all the students in this class are the same students in the other class. These classes are not bad. They're pretty easy. It does have some homework to it, but boy, at the end of these classes, you're going to learn a lot, right? And that information is actually good for the manufacturing industry if you get a job in that, and it really does help. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Have a great day and be safe. Thank you.